What a day. What a day. We got a lot to talk about today, buddy.
Buddy, okay. First of all,
we were just about discussing this, and I told Ben to stop before because I want to put this on the podcast because it's great. But Ben has a daily ritual and problem with his shitting issue.
Okay.
His poo issue.
Well, it starts with me waking up in a panic at 6:45 this morning, totally unaware it's Saturday, thinking, why hasn't my alarm gone off? I got to go to work. And I'm like so out of it for some reason that like I get out of bed and no, it's fine. I turned it down a little.
Oh, okay.
I got out of bed and I'm like just freaking out. And then I realized it was Saturday and that's why my alarm didn't go off. And then I couldn't go back to sleep because once grabbed my phone to look at the alarm.
And it was over at that point.
And I'm like, well, the phone's in my hand. Let me go look at TikTok for an hour. But then from 6:45 until about 8:30, there was no way I was going to go to sleep because not only was I on my phone, but I went to shit 3 times.
You look a little slimmer, buddy.
And then I should be. And then I dropped like 40 kids off at the pool. And then like while I was making pancakes this morning, I had to go again. And then before you showed up, I had to go again. And then before we started, I had to assess whether we could start or if I should,
And it was a real assessment because I almost sat back down on the couch.
You went to sit back down, and I committed by turning the TV off and going, all right, we're just going to power through this, and I'm going to hold my downstairs breath if I have to and whatever. So the problem I'm deducing is, is that when I get up in the morning, my body's not ready to shit unless it's like today where it's like I've got a backload of work to be done. So like I'll be like, well, maybe I should try and I'll go sit on the toilet for 20 minutes till my legs fall asleep and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Because it's like right in the morning, your body's not even like, it's not even like gravity hasn't been working on your body all night. It's been working on you differently because you're horizontal.
And it's like when your body boots up, different areas boot up. Like, I need this shit. That was the shit
it's
button
like
booting up.
It's like booting up a laptop.
Yeah.
You're not going to go surfing on the internet right away.
No,
you got to wait for everything to power up. So then some days it's like then the urge of course hits me as soon as I'm in the Uber to get to work. But by the time I get to work, it's gone away again. And then the next time I got a shit, we're like in the middle of the highway on a truck, and I'm like, I'm not pulling over to do it in a bush. And it's not like at a situation where I can't, again, just hold it back. So then by the end of the day, all of a sudden I realize I'm going to bed. I'm like, oh, I never took that shit. And that could happen like for 2 or 3 days where there are moments in my day that are just the wrong time to need to shit. And I'm able to put it off. And then here we are Saturday, and I'm like making up for fucking lost days. That's my assumption.
It's like you forgot to check your email all week.
Right. And now I'm dealing Saturday morning for 2 hours. I got to deal with my emails for the week. Yeah, it's pretty much like
your
that.
Your first shit was your Tuesday shit.
Dude, when I worked at home and I could just like the first 2 hours a day was about chugging water and this, that, and not starting to taking your big old healthy dumperoo, but for whatever, I got to figure this out.
All right, so we got the poo issue out of the way.
Now the next thing we have to talk about is you finally showed up. This should have been like the reveal should have been live on this because it was a genuine wow moment. You brought over, and I guess we'll put it on like one of our social medias, like Instagram or TikTok or something. So just if you want to see a picture of it, go look at it there. But you finally brought over your kidney stone that you pissed out.
I did.
Holy shit! When I grabbed the camera out to video it, I put a penny. You brought it in like a little like sample cup, like almost like those ones that you get at the dentist office to like when you fill it up to swish your mouth out when they're cleaning.
Which
or something.
My mother-in-law has in bulk because she uses them for mouthwash.
Right. So I just suck off the rim of the fucking mouthwash, but whatever, because I'm an animal. But so you brought this little chunk of flesh-rending, whatever it's made of, And it was. I mean, you said it was big.
I said it was the asteroid from Armageddon.
It's shaped like it. Like I took a close-up photo of it. It is jagged and sharp and scary looking.
If you look close enough, Bruce Willis's body is still on it.
He's on there. He's on there trying to drill deep enough to blow it up. But this thing is. I mean, I just put the penny in the video for a size because otherwise you have no size relation, you know. But wow, that was big. That thing went through you, huh?
Yes, it did,
Wow,
sir.
I'm surprised it didn't cause more damage. Like I look at that thing and I'm like, man, that should have caused some like permanent, lasting damage.
I have that Flomax medicine to thank. My urethra was much bigger when it passed through, so it did as minimal damage as it possibly could. Now, did I piss blood for a while after that? Absolutely, sir. It was not fantastic. But I was very relieved that it passed it, and I don't know, watching like your like. We should have done the video reveal because Ben's face when he first saw it was like genuine childlike like awe, like that fucking went through your dick, and maybe because it was me and it passed through me, I just look at it and go, yeah, that was it. Like it's nonchalant, like yep, that happened. But I guess everyone else is like, that shouldn't go through a dick, which is true. It shouldn't.
Yeah,
there's just certain things that shouldn't go through dicks. And
just seeing it and knowing what it was made my dick retreat into my body a little bit, turtle up a little bit.
Yeah, it's amazing the motherfucker works it all out now after that thing.
Oh my God!
It gave birth.
You of all the people can relate most to a woman giving birth. The pain of if they say there's no like you can't even understand what it's like because you're a man. I'm like, well,
you get enough kidney stones in you. You get a big enough kidney stone, I should say, and you have an inkling.
I mean, maybe like we should look into the size ratios of everything. Maybe it's even like I don't know. I mean, that kidney stone was big. Like
it's the what we were talking afterwards, and the idea of like putting it in like an amber like mold on a staff, carrying it around. It's not
like the Jurassic Park guy,
like John Hammond. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that had a mosquito in amber.
Listen, no expense was spared.
Listen, I said, it's a little small to be in that big of a thing.
Yeah.
But I said, like, if you could make like a mold that looks like a cut gem.
Yeah.
For like a ring or something.
Oh, bro, I totally feel like.
And you pour like clear resin in it.
Yeah.
Halfway, then put the stone in, and then fill the rest of the mold with resin.
If
you could have like this nice little like diamond-looking thing with your.
I was gonna say if I was any more Italian, I totally have a pinky ring with it already.
Oh my God! Well, we'll work on that.
What, me being more Italian?
No,
AJ's got me beat in the Italian. That motherfucker cooks more Italian food than Italy does.
Yeah.
He eats more too.
But I mean, he may cook quote Italian food unquote. But I don't. We have to go to a real Italian to watch what he does to give it the thumbs up or thumbs down.
I need to find a real Italian.
They might look down on whatever, like him using sauce out of a jar. I don't know what he does.
Yeah. Just an old 100-year-old Italian woman slapping him with a hand every time he fucks up.
Yeah.
Or does the wrong ingredient or puts sugar in something.
She just yells and curses at him in Italian.
Curses in Italian. Oh, that's the best caption. All right, so the kidney stone issue's been finally revealed, and it'll be on social media. And
I guess it was worth the wait. I was thinking that like all these weeks of you not bringing it,
that I was overselling it.
That like just the over anticipation. You weren't not even that you were overselling it, but that the anticipation for it was going to. That when I saw it wasn't going to live up to that because there's been so many weeks of like, I don't know, build up in my head or just whatever you call it, like pleasure denial or I don't know. It's.
Well, listen, I'm glad that something Sean Prime did finally paid off.
That was a good payoff.
All right, where we going? Buddy?
Well, let's talk about yesterday.
Oh, my goodness. Let's not talk about yesterday.
I want to talk about one thing yesterday.
Oh, the Pollo incident? Holy shit.
So I'm sitting in the back of the truck, and you and your brother in the front, and it's, I guess, lunchtime, and I wasn't hungry at all. So I wasn't going to eat eat lunch, so I didn't give a shit where you guys went.
Who's Spam Risk?
It's whoever's calling you. It's a risk that
That's a weird name. Your mother should be ashamed.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue on. All right, so yeah, so every day we spend the where are we? It's like being married. We spend the where are we eating game. What are we feeling like? Everyone on the
also it's like where are we?
Yeah.
So what are we eating? And so we were looking on the GPS or we're throwing out ideas, and we usually settle on something that all three of us can do, or if not, like because I'm a little like more particular about what I eat, not because I'm picky, but because I can't eat certain things.
Your body is very picky,
or I get fucked up. That sometimes I skip it if you guys wanted something else. So you guys picked Pollo Tropical, and
Pollo,
and I'm like, I can eat there, but I just like in my head I was like, I'm not hungry. I'll just wait till I get home and eat then. So you guys get in line, and I literally, I literally like just lay down in the back of the truck, and I'm on the phone, and I just start
talking away,
and I just start realizing it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Nothing. Okay, so preface is a little bit. When I've like Pollo Tropical is just not a fucking restaurant I have ever gone to ever in my life. Not. I think I've eaten there a total of maybe twice before I started working with backflows again. And
I mean, it's fine.
And
it's
Zach,
good. I don't not
well,
like it.
Zach loves the place. Like he has fucking stock in it or some shit. Like he'd be like, hey, I remember the first day in the truck with him. He's like, hey, you want to get pollo? And I'm like, what the fuck is a pollo? And he goes,
it's chicken in
well,
Spanish.
I know what that is, but
you live in South Florida.
Well, I understand.
You should know what.
So he's like, Pollo Tropical, and I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, you've got to try pollo. You've got to try it. I'm like, I may have eaten there like once or twice. Like the chicken's okay, but
it's grilled chicken.
I'm not a big fan of fucking black beans and all that nonsense. So I'm just like, it's just not my first choice ever for anything.
Such a gringo.
But he really loves the chicken quesadilla wrap. Well, I'm not a big fan of the quesadilla with my Crohn's and shit. I really can't. I can't be eating shit like that. So I saw chicken Caesar wrap, and I'm like, oh, fucking, who doesn't like chicken Caesar salad in wrap form? And got it. It was fresh. It was great. So it started a trend of whenever we couldn't figure out if we wanted to eat, we just went to Pollo. Now Zach saw his shadow like a month ago.
Oh, let's sidebar to
that. Listen, Zach is fantastic. However, he married into a very cautious pharmacist doctor family, and his wife and the in-laws are very concerned about him killing them with COVID-19. It's ridiculous. But
so they have not allowed him to work.
His
for like, what are we on? 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
No, it's been a month.
It's been a full month.
At least been a full month. Because when it first started, he was still hanging in there until finally they roped the reins in, and he couldn't come out to play anymore.
Right.
And I rag on him every time I tell him, like, hey, Zach, have you seen your shadow yet? Can you come out to play?
Right.
And he'll be back in a few weeks.
You're a grown man. Your wife's not letting you go out and work. I mean, it's kind of.
Hey, listen.
It deserves a little bit of ribbing. I mean, it's funny.
He might feel a little uncomfortable and be too man to admit it to us, especially me, because he knows I'm relentless with that. But to each his own. And but anyway, so he got me onto this. So we couldn't figure out what to eat. I think we had a conversation about Char Hut the day previous, but then we had Burger King instead because it was closer, and I just wasn't feeling burgers. So that Pollo sounds great. It was right off Atlantic Boulevard, right off the Turnpike. So we get in line. There's like what, 6?
Yeah, you guys said it was
7
like
cars, maybe
5 or 6.
Yeah, and we got in line. We moved up like 2 or 3 cars fairly quickly. So I wasn't thinking anything of it, and then it just stopped. And at first it was like, I thought, oh, well, you know what? They probably had like 3 or 4 cars go through. They probably backlogged a little bit of orders so that they're going to fulfill those orders and then start the line again. Happens all the time, not an issue. No one moved. And then I was like, well, maybe the guy ordering is a fucking imbecile. And he's fucking this whole thing up but his window's down, and he's just sitting there tapping on his driver's door, and I'm like, okay, he's not speaking, so he's waiting on them. So maybe there's a fuck up. Maybe something happened. Maybe someone had a fucking stroke. Who the fuck? Maybe he fully walked out. It's a weird time we live in. Finally, like, he'll go through, then the next car, and then a pattern starts to emerge of, like, every 10 fucking minutes, another car would come, they'd go, and then you'd have to wait. So I was like, this fucking restaurant's got, like, 2 people working in it. And I'm like, fuck.
And
like,
once someone pulls behind you,
it's over. It's over.
You can't be like, this is taking too long. I'm out of here.
Yeah, because I would have done that a fucking half hour previous
and
to
it's
this.
not like there wasn't like another, the lane you're in. It's not like it's open where you could just decide to go around and just leave.
And you were in the back laying down. Had you not been, you would have seen me go from hey, let's get food to, all right, let's take it a little long, but I understand, to, all right.
No, I heard it going on.
I'm starting to get a little aggravated.
I'm laughing in the back.
like I'm really, really making an attempt not to go full rage on this. But by the time I got...
Well, because what are you going to do?
Yeah, well, exactly. There's nowhere to go. No, I'm like, I can't even run. I can't even jump the curb because there are trees all over the fucking place. And shit that I can't run over. So
Too much landscaping.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. So...
And I'm laughing because I know, like, if I was hungry and I was like, we hadn't even ordered yet.
No.
And I'm like, and I hadn't even ordered yet, and I'm waiting and whatever.
It was a full 55 minutes before we ordered food.
There's 2 things that would have happened. I would have either been like just totally insane angry, or I would have just gone out of the truck and gone and walked somewhere. And I don't even care if it was like 15-minute walk away. I would have walked somewhere else and just sat down and ate, or not sat down, obviously, but gone and gotten food and sat on on a parking bump and ate, and just messaged you to come pick me up when you're done.
I mean, and but where it got interesting was I got up to the car in front of me got up, so I rolled my window down. I was like, I want to see.
I heard them order.
I need to see an interaction, because 2 things when I noticed when I got up there. One, there's a little sign that goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're on a limited menu. Sorry for the inconvenience." I'm like, that's a weird sign to have at the fucking drive-thru, like at the window. Like you can't have that sign posted out front on the entrance to let people know your choice may not be available. Don't fucking bother waiting in this line.
Because you waiting, because there's only one thing you get there.
Yeah.
So now you're freaking out that you're waiting an hour.
Uh-huh.
And you're not even going to be able to get what you're waiting for.
And the lady in front of me said the magic word, wrap. So I went, all right, well, let's hear the fucking response, because this is going to change everything. Because I'm looking at the meeting, I'm like, we're committed. At 45 fucking minutes, I'm fucking committed. I'm eating here. It doesn't really matter. I need to eat something.
Yeah, because what are you going to do, wait 45 minutes in line and then not get something? Be like, I'm so mad I waited all this time that fuck you. I'm going to go wait somewhere else.
I was almost there.
Yeah.
I was almost there. And I'm glad I got food because I really needed to eat. I was fucking mad. She started asking, "Do you have any chicken quesadillas?" She might have asked the box like 5 fucking times. And then I realized, oh my God, she can't hear the person, or the person can't hear her. So right off the bat I go, oh, there's a miscommunication. Maybe that's what's caused all of this. And then she's going back and forth, and the lady in front of us in a BMW, a little bit of a Karen.
Listen, if the box is screwed up,
yeah,
it's back and forth, then just order at the pay window.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah, so a little bit of a Karen, and I was starting to get a little aggravated, but I'm like, again, what can you do? So I was like, fuck it. I think at the moment like she drove off, because I thought she was just frustrated and she left. I was like, yeah, we're never eating here again. Like, this is not happening.
Oh,
like,
I'll never let you.
No, we're done.
Not with me, pal.
We're done, Pollo. We're done. It's going to take the quarantine being over, and it's going to take like maybe 1 or 2 unintentional stops with Zach having like good service again for me to want to give you a choice. You got to earn it now.
No, if you're with Zach, you tell him on this day. Any day we're eating together.
Yeah.
It's you go eat pollo on your own time, pal.
So I get up to the drive-thru menu, and I realized, oh, excuse me, So I get to the drive-thru menu, and the lady's still talking because she thinks that the lady in the BMW is still there. So, and then at some point, she drives up to the window, and then I guess the lady understands that, oh, this customer's right here. Well, the manager is also on the thing, and I hear this back and forth of, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, sir. We'll be right with you.
Yeah, I heard that.
Turn it off.
That's what perked my ears up.
Yeah.
I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, weird shit's going on.
So I go, oh, there's been an issue somewhere in the lines. It kind of seems to me this employee that's working the drive-thru, little bit of a retard. How do I know that? She didn't turn the mic off. So I got to hear the entire interaction with her and the Karen, and the screen would notate every time she changed the order. Now, this Karen was ordering 2 different orders. So I saw quesadilla go on and be taken off this menu 10 fucking times. I saw the order be erased entirely, then redone another 5 times. It took 10 minutes for her to get the first order in, another 5 minutes for the second order, and then we waited for almost 10 minutes for her to get the fucking food.
You had a nice little view into someone else's life for a minute.
Holy
there.
shit, man. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't like to smoke in front of my brother. So I'm like, I need to smoke real bad, but I don't. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense. I don't expect anyone to understand, but I don't like smoking in front of my family. I just don't.
Does he give you the judgment eyes?
It doesn't matter because my mom has said in several times that my brother looks up to me, and it just seems wrong for me to smoke in front of him. It really does. I need to be setting.
Dude,
a
it's
better
legal
example.
in half the states.
I fucking know.
Nobody gets arrested for it anymore.
I'm crazy about this. I'm not trying to explain it. It's just this is one of the facts of the day. So I'm sitting there, just burning my pocket. I'm like, I need to be high. I need to be high to interact with this person because she might say something, and then I go into promo mode. And before you know it, I've been banned from all Pollo Tropicals.
Yeah, but that's like a badge of honor.
Maybe.
That's like me getting cease and desist orders, letters years ago. It's kind of just cool.
I'm surprised they're not.
I never printed them up.
Oh,
they were e-letters. That's a little less fancy when they're not on official stationery and shit.
Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. We'll work real hard on getting you one of those official letters.
Thanks.
So the lady in the BMW drives away, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. Waiting, nothing. I'm like, okay, nothing. And finally she goes, hello? And I'm like, what do you mean, hello?
Now, welcome to Pollo Tropical. May I take your order?
Nothing, just hello? And I'm like,
still here.
I'm like, hello? She goes, whenever you're ready. And I was like, oh, you motherfucker. Okay. So I go, this is exactly how I said it, too. I was like, may I have 4 chicken Caesar wraps? That will be all. Thank you.
Now, I have criticized you in the past, and I'm going to doubt you said it exactly like that.
No. I made sure.
Did you slow down?
I made sure to slow down because I didn't want any discrepancies because I didn't want to be screaming at an electronic box.
In 2 areas. In drive-thrus, you order kind of quickly, and that's fine, except it's not – if you say I want a number 4 large, boom, okay. But when it's then know this, add that, blah, 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 you got to say it slow because they're punching it in, and you never do. Now, also –
Why leave voice messages?
I listen to you leave voice messages where you leave a phone number, and it's like you ramp up and even speed up even more when you give the number. And I'm thinking, if this fuck –
555-561-5558.
If this fuck left me a phone message and my phone didn't show the number come up, and I had to write it down from his message, and I was forced to listen to the message 5 times to get it.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, if I even called you back, because fuck you. But secondly,
that's fair.
But secondly, if I had to call you back after going through a routine like that to write your number down, I think I'd be calling in hot.
Yeah.
I'd be angry.
So I said that, and she goes, there's a pause, and she goes, Quesadilla? I'm like, no, chicken Caesar wrap, 4. Okay, chicken Caesar salad. Do you want 1? And I'm like, no, chicken Caesar wrap, 4. And then finally I see chicken Caesar wrap come up. I'm like, oh, thank God. She goes, 1. I'm like, 4. Okay. I see 4. She goes, the total is like $17.
I mean, was she Hispanic?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, I couldn't tell
yeah.
if you were doing an old lady accent or
she was old
or
and Hispanic.
You just throw the Quattro out.
Okay. So I pull around and I basically look at Jeff and I go, I don't know what we're gonna get in that bag, but I'm just gonna spend $17 on it. Like this is my penance for this decision. Like I'm just gonna pay for it.
And I'm already like needling you a little because
Yes.
I'm laughing. I'm
well,
like,
because at this point you've now enough of the interaction. You get the iggy that this is truly.
oh, I've sat up.
Yeah.
I'm no longer laying back. Mostly because it's been like an hour.
And you're sleeping on work boxes.
Yeah, my back's starting to hurt. And I'm like wondering, oh, it must be a while because I'm in fucking pain laying down here.
So.
Like all the pressure points from laying on hard objects.
So we get to the window. I just hand her the card. She rings it up.
I don't think I'm even looking. I just hear the bag get snatched as you're accelerating.
Pretty much. She's like, thank you. I'm like, whatever. I've grabbed the bag and I put it between the 2 seats. I'm like, just reach in there and grab it because God only knows what she gave us. We're just. I mean, thank the Lord in heaven above. We got 4 chicken Caesar wraps. I can't and they were all done properly and correctly. I can't for the life of me understand how she was able to be that cohesive and coherent. But fuck it, I'm not gonna, But yeah, it took.
Speaking of
hour and 10 minutes, hour and 10 fucking minutes, hour and 10 fucking minutes. Never again, Pollo. Never again.
I'm laughing because I love it. Speaking of proper and correct, how do you eat a wrap?
Oh, you're gonna make fun of Jeff? I noticed that too.
You noticed it?
Yes, I didn't want to say nothing, but
okay.
I noticed it.
What kind of psychopath opens his wrap up? Not the wrap, but the wrap, the like whatever, the wrapping around the wrap. Grabs it from each end.
And eats it like a corn cob.
And takes a bite in the dead center of it, and then works his way kind of wherever willy-nilly. Who doesn't start at the end and work his way down?
I noticed that too, and I was like, I think at that time I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't even care anymore. like I'm so hungry and so angry that isn't even an issue. Right? We'll here we are. I was like, we'll get to that later, and here we are. It's later now.
Understand.
Can you imagine if he wasn't on a date and he did that?
Oh, no. It's over. She gets up from the table immediately, doesn't even pretend she's going to bathroom, just says, all right, I'm out.
Just politely puts a napkin down and just walks the fuck out.
Yeah. Okay, here's why I feel like I'm sort of ambushing you. I filmed it.
Oh.
I'm sitting in the back and I'm filming it right over his shoulder.
This is painful.
I did 2 things after that.
Oh my god.
One, it's on TikTok asking what kind of psychopath eats his wrap like this. With the voiceover, they have a sound audio of this girl going, have you ever wondered what's going on in some people's heads? And then it plays music. But I also send it to Blake, the longer version of it, to do voiceover.
And what is Blake's opinion of it?
Oh, I've shown it to Anthony and Blake, and they're both like, what the fuck?
So my brother's going to be TikTok famous?
He might be.
Is that going to do better than our flapping car, Busta Rhymes?
No, it will. I don't think so.
Okay.
But you know what? To be honest with you,
what?
I need someone else's take on this. I need to. If he answers, let's see.
Holy shit!
Because this is.
we call him Furlough Files.
Yeah. Because he's an expert on food and how to eat it.
That's 100% true.
So
let's see if he answers his phone.
I don't know. If he doesn't, fuck him.
He might be watching his brother make furniture.
His brother, what do you mean start making furniture and then abandon the project?
Halfway through? Just give up?
I don't know. Maybe he's not going to answer. It's hurtful.
He should be up too.
Yeah, maybe he'll call me back. He might be.
Please leave your
He might be
message for
busy.
864.
Hey, buddy. We were trying to get your opinion on something.
My brother's a psychopath, and I didn't know it, and I'm sorry that I'm the last person to find out Ben filmed this.
Yeah. So we just wanted. We were just trying to get a third opinion on how crazy this is. But just call us back. If you do it soon, we'll put you on. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later for the furlough files. Bye. So the best rib of this whole thing would be if I leave his phone number in the podcast.
Oh my goodness.
That's a Bobby Rogers move right there.
Yeah, no, let's not do that to AJ just yet.
No, I just created more work for myself. Now I have to bleep something out. Yeah, so like totally paid off that we sat over an hour in line because I got to watch your maniac brother, who is like this soft-spoken,
He's quiet, man.
very, very quiet guy.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to fit a profile here. The whole, he's always such a nice, quiet person. I don't know how he could suddenly eat a chicken wrap like that.
My brother is the last human being on this planet that I would assume would go crazy.
That's what they all say. That's what all of them.
Like
every Dahmer on the block is like has the neighbors.
Like if I
that.
opened up his room and he had like a half-eaten like mailman in there, I would be like, huh,
skinned, yeah,
shit,
skin lampshades.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah. I'll be damned. And then the puzzle all fits
Yeah,
in place.
and then all those other times where you've seen it in the news where people are like, I just didn't think he'd be the one. I'd be like, I get it now. I understand.
Listen, like go to our TikTok at Brizzcliz, BRIZCLIZ, and a few videos down is the best way to see it. I mean, because I'm not going to put it on this podcast because half of them are audios anyways that I uploaded to. But I mean, like I can't reiterate enough. He just grabbed it by both ends with both hands and lifted it to his mouth and bit dead center in the middle for the first bite. And I was like, oh my God, I got to grab the camera. So I grabbed the camera. I didn't catch the first bite, but he lifts it up for the second bite. And you can see where he bit it. And then I filmed him eating it for like 30 seconds.
Jeez. You know, it's funny.
It's so funny that you noticed it too. And that you brought it, like I'm saying, and now let's talk about, and you're like, I know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has he done that before, or was this a new thing?
Fucking A, man. I've never seen him eat like that or a burrito. It was just one of those things
We're going to, listen, he's going to know something's up when our next 3 stops for lunches are like Chipotle, just like other places that serve like burritos and wraps.
Watch we go to Chipotle and he grabs like a fucking salad.
We're going to strongly suggest the burrito.
It's funny because we've been together at Chipotle before. I've never seen that before.
I want to see him eat an egg roll. I want to see him. We're going to get a box of cannolis.
Bro, if he takes a bite of a cannoli in the fucking middle of it, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'll be like, no, we're having an intervention right here, right now.
See, I would do this as a rib, like where like I'm around people that don't know
like a
me
big
or
Swiss
whatever.
cake roll, and he takes a bite right in the middle.
Like you ever see like people that like open up the Tic Tacs and don't break them off one by one,
yeah,
and just take a bite of it like it's a big candy bar.
Yeah,
it's odd like that.
Yeah. Holy shit!
I can't stop laughing about it. So,
yeah, I was.
That's why I want. That was I suffered through because like I'm like, all right, we're gonna tell the Pollo story. It's kind of it can be entertaining, but I know where we're going with it at the end. So I'm like, all right, even if we get bogged down on that story because nothing crazy happened. It wasn't like you got in a fight with anyone.
We just waited an hour and 10 minutes for fucking reps.
But I knew that you were that we were going to get to your brother doing something very off center of normal.
So real quick, and I know she listens to the podcast. So the mother-in-law has been asking me to go to this Paris Morning place to get a birthday cake for the wife.
Are you ribbing her and saying, fuck that place?
Well, no.
I hear they
No.
got Corona.
Every day, and I told her that I would take care of it today. Well, today she went, oh, okay, I called, and I tried to order the cream cake for pickup. You have to order a day in advance, and she's going off on about, you should call them and do this, and I'm like, it's taken care of. I pick it up in Davie. Because she kept going, the Davie location's closed, Davie location's closed, Davie location's closed. I'm like, you don't go outside.
Is she giving you bad intel?
Yes. Because I called the Davie location. Because I'm not going all the way out to West Miramar to pick up a friggin' birthday cake. And Davey's like, yeah, we're here. Oh, we've got the cake. Yeah, we'll see you at 4:35. I think it was that. It was, you assured me on the phone. It took like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Do they write anything
so
on
she
it?
ordered the damn cake, and now she's like, oh, I'll call back and cancel. And I'm just like, I told you I was going to take care of this.
She must think you are a poo-flinging monkey.
Well, look, there's plenty of evidence that she's not wrong. There's plenty of evidence that exists on this earth that suggests she is 100% on the right track. But when it comes to my wife, I'm going to do right because I have to do right. I got
you don't need that much.
I got a good birthday present because it's
you don't need that much oversight.
I don't.
Maybe other areas in the world.
Well, in other areas of my life, absolutely. Although I will say, like, in the last, ever since Ocala, I felt like I stepped up in adulting a little bit more, and I'm a little bit better at my credit and all that other stuff. I'm managing adult things a lot better than I used to. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
you'll have to show me how.
I'm totally not slipping on. So because it's fucking coronavirus, we can't go anywhere, do anything. She wants to go out and have this big Korean barbecue dinner, and it's like, yeah, that's not possible. So I'm doing my best.
You can buy all the ingredients and do it at home.
Oh, fuck all that.
That sounds like work.
Bro, no lie. I came home from work yesterday, and she was just eating kimchi out of a jar.
I have kimchi.
Do you eat it out of the jar like a goddamn maniac?
No, I take a portion out and eat it with my whatever I'm eating.
Speaking of shit you can do that makes you look like a maniac, eating kimchi out of a jar. Because I walked in, I was like, what the fuck is that smell? Like, oh my god. She's like, don't judge me. And I'm like, nah, it's already done. It's already done.
I can't unjudge.
I can't unjudge.
Once you've been judged, you can't be unjudged. You should have said that before. When you heard the key in the lock, you should have yelled that.
Don't judge me. Oh, my mind only opens up if I've been forewarned.
So the other thing, because I assume that you have a play date today.
Actually, I just found out Markham Park is closed.
Oh, so you're not kite flying today?
So I got my fucking planes in the truck for no goddamn reason.
Well, because I wanted to ask you about. We've had this discussion. You go fly these planes with your friend's kid. You're like, man, look at you. You're taking a breath, and you're.
I know where this is going.
Of course, you know where it's going. It's the only thing to talk about. Like I care about you, big brothering a kid or mentoring some fucking. I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't care that you guys are like going out and learning how to fly planes, and you're teaching someone how to do something. Fuck all that. What we're going to talk about is the weirdo guy that the kid has been hanging around with that has not been vetted by anyone.
No one.
And has probably has a few molestations on his resume.
All right, so to catch everybody up, one of my best friends' kids. He's 17 now. He's been.
Oh, is he 17?
He's 17.
I thought he was a little younger.
He acts a little younger, but then again, I say that, and I'm like, how the fuck do I know how a 17-year-old kid acts anymore? I'm fucking. Once you reach 30, you lose all that.
Unless you have a kid.
Yeah, unless you have a kid, and since that's not the case, I say he acts a little younger. He might act appropriately for a 17-year-old kid. Who the fuck knows?
In this day and age, I think they all.
So, even when he was much younger, he always showed an interest in doing RC planes when he found out I did them, but he had severe ADD. He had some learning issues. Nothing more than nothing. But he's not like spectrum or none of that shit. He's a kid. He's a kid, and he didn't do well in school, so his parents never really let him pursue it. And but he's gotten a little older now, and he's a little bit more mature. He started with his friends And at their high school,
I honestly think a lot of the ADD is just like, they're like, oh, he acts up in class, he's bored. It's like, yeah, fucking school is boring.
yeah, he's a
like,
fucking kid.
Like, we didn't get it's amazing how the diagnoses went up when they wanted to sell you pills. But back in the 80s, when there was no such thing as ADD or a fucking placebo pill to take care of it, you didn't get diagnosed.
If I was born in the 90s, I would 100% be on medication.
Right.
100%. So him and his friends started. Plus, in their high school. So in high school, like you might have had shop
class.
I had electronics.
Yeah, I had electronics too.
So I had electronics. We had that stuff. They've got.
I took electronics 2 years in a row because it was just such a fuck off class.
It was just awesome. It was awesome.
It was a guaranteed A, B, or C.
Yeah. And for someone who became an electrician, it was great.
Right.
But anyway, now they don't have any of that stuff. He's got it's 3D printing. They're making model airplanes. They're fucking doing all this crazy robots.
I bet he's not bored in that class.
Fuck no! It's just it's his thing.
It's amazing that the ADD goes away when there's something.
When there's something stimulating happening.
Right.
Something that's actually stimulating the brain. And
I'm totally armchair.
Oh yeah.
Doctoring this whole thing with no.
Well, neither of us have a fucking degree, buddy.
Right. I am doing the ultimate internet expert here.
But, so we got back into it, and at first I was like, man, this is the phase. Because I told him at first, I was like, look, man. Because he started buying these really cheap little things at $20, $30 to put together. And he's like, I want to buy a real plane. I'm like, listen, man, you don't want to invest $600,000-$700,000 into a hobby that you don't know if you're really interested. I'm like, start small. We'll build from the ground up. Prove to me.
Again. Nobody cares about all this. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Okay,
because
I am getting to it. I am getting to it.
It's nice, but we're
said,
starting.
Prove to me, and over the time he had proved that he really wanted to be in this hobby, and now he's got I call it the Serbian Air Force because he goes on fucking OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace and buys planes that I would have thrown in the trash for $20-$30. He cannibalizes the electronics and puts them in other less shitty planes. So he's got this duct taped Air Force that he can fly, but I've flown these planes. Some of these planes, they don't fly very well.
But he's learning
He is learning the ins and outs as he's doing this.
Yeah.
And once
Instead
I realized
of just buying a plane and flying it and not knowing how to build it.
And once I realized what he was doing, he's learning his way. I learned my way, but I also had my father instructing me along the way. He has the fucking internet, and he's done a lot that I would not be capable of because I don't know. Well, anyway. One of the people that he's been buying a bunch of these planes from, we come to find out, and this is how I found out. So I'm at the house a week or two ago, and it was 2 weeks ago, and Alan's telling me, oh yeah, by the way, we're my friend's gonna meet us up. We've been flying in Boca Raton. There's a field that we can fly in. No one bothers us. Okay, and since the parks are closed, this is the next best alternative. He goes, oh, he's going to meet us up here. He really wants to meet you. And I go, who? He goes, oh, the guy that I bought all my stuff from. And, he's helped me out a lot. And I'm like, okay. And I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm like some fucking schlub kid's going to show up thinking that he's hot shit. He's going to have a trashy plane. He's probably going to crash it because he's going to be fucking nervous to fly around me because I don't understand any of what's happening right now. But this is just what has been presented to me. And then fucking Alan's mom goes, oh, you finally get to meet Alan's a grown-up friend. And I'm like, what grown-up friend? And they're like, I don't know, he hangs out with this 38-year-old dude. I'm like, the fuck are you allowing your 17-year-old kid to randomly hang out with some, quotes, 37 or 38-year-old dude? What's this guy's name? What does he do? Why is he hanging out with your son?
Have you met him?
Have you met him? And her and my friend are just like, no. I'm like, so you want me to vet this guy, sight unseen, who's been hanging out and clearly has some kind of friendship with your son? Well, yeah. And I'm like,
it's a little late to the party.
I'm like, you are terrible parents. What the fuck? So I'm like, great. So now I have to give this guy the pedo checklist to see, how many fucking marks he's got. Like, he pulls up in a white van. Fuck. Okay. Oh man, he wears board shorts or some shit. Like, oh shit. Like, oh okay. He's got fucking.
I don't follow the board short.
I don't. I'm just making shit up, man. I really don't know. Like, he looks like Guy Fieri. Obviously, he's a pedophile.
I feel like that stems from you being molested by a guy in board shorts. I don't know.
We'll leave Bobby Rogers out of this.
Oh no.
So anyway. So I'm like, fucking Christ. And then, of course, we go the next day, and and the guy doesn't show up. No one shows up. We
Did
fly.
the guy know you were an adult?
Yeah, apparently,
Or did he think you were another 17-year-old and it was buffet time?
That was I was waiting for him to show up and look at me and go, look at Alan and go, "Where's your friend?" I'm like, "It's me." And waiting for him to have that, when you look in the eyes, you can see the realization happening.
Like you showed up to that girl's house. There's cookies on the counter, and then all of a sudden,
Sit down.
all of a sudden, what's his name comes out to Catch a Predator, and you're like, where's the girl?
100% thought something like that was gonna happen, and I don't know, he didn't know shit, so I don't fucking know, man. Like I guess Alan had been, because we went out to Markham before all this had shut down, and I flew for like the first time in like 10 years. And it was a nothing. I was like, I just was able to fly the flying field I grew up in, and it was a thing. And like, everybody's like so fucking like, oh my god, well, you're a great pilot, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, what are you all talking about? We're all doing this other thing, but for whatever reason, it's become a thing now. Because the industry and the hobby has changed so much since I left and walked away. It used to be you built your plane and you flew your plane.
You really want to talk about flying? All I want to talk about is this kid getting molested.
You want to talk about Alan getting molested? Okay, let's go. So to nearest of my knowledge, Alan has not been molested by this individual.
You went through, like, has he touched you outside the butthole? Has he touched you inside the butthole?
Well, like
have you touched his penis? Has he shown you his penis?
So
has he asked you to take your shirt off?
The nearest to my knowledge, he hasn't been. So
Has he taken pictures of your feet? I mean, like all that.
So I'm waiting to hear back, because he was supposed to go out to Markham today, and now we come to find out that it's not going to be open until next week. So the news lied to us.
But you didn't meet this guy.
I have not met him yet.
Is there still have you talked to the kid and been like, dude?
I've told him that that's not a normal thing. I was like, what do you guys do? He goes, oh, we just drove up to the flying field. We flew for a little bit. He gave me a plane.
Whoa. What does we drove up mean?
The guy picked him up, took him to Boca. They flew airplanes.
Picked him up where?
At his house.
And the parents didn't come out and say, who are you?
No, and that's not really on them, because he'll just fucking walk out the door without talking to people. He's a 17-year-old kid.
Yeah, but he lives in someone's house. There's rules.
Yeah, I understand that.
Or apparently there aren't rules.
Yeah. So
listen, I don't know your friends, but you already threw out your bad parents line. So I'm gonna say that's another.
I said it in a joking fashion.
I'm gonna say it in a kind of serious one, like if you're letting your 17-year-old come and go without like checking in or letting you know where. Yeah, I know he has a cell phone, but that doesn't help you know where he is.
Well, no.
If he doesn't tell you.
He's all GP. She has all her kids, including her husband, GPSs and shit.
That's what, microchipped in their body?
No.
Well, then it does no good.
On their phone.
Because he could just take that kid, throw the phone out the window, and you know where his phone is. You don't know where his butthole is.
It's funny. I was thinking of butthole at the same time you were.
But you understand what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to encourage you to slap them upside the fucking head.
Yeah.
And say, if you're not going to parent him, I will.
Well, I've been hoping to meet this guy for 2 weeks now. One last weekend and now this weekend.
I am too, because I'm hoping he molests you instead.
I doubt that's going to happen, sir.
You never know.
Fucking Great Khali walks out of the fucking car and you're like, shit, I'm getting raped.
He might just chloroform you. And then you wake up with a dull ache. And a weird taste in your mouth.
And like a little piece of candy. See you next week, kid.
It just amazes me.
Yeah,
it had to be discussed.
No, it was
and I know I'm making a lot of jokes at your friends' kids' buttholes' expense.
I made the same jokes though.
But come on, man.
Yeah, no, you can't. So anybody out there that might be listening who's 17 years old, hanging out with like anyone over the age of fucking 30, that's not a cool move.
Not unless people have met him and said this guy's.
There's
checks
been
out.
a thorough vetting process of this stranger.
There are like adults that have been okayed by your parents that actually
and still touch the butthole.
Yeah, they still have raided a butthole or two. So
Raiders of the Lost Butthole.
So listen, it's not even. Listen, I'm just saying. It's all very strange. When you're telling me these stories, I'm just like, it just doesn't compute, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I mean, my mom. Listen, I grew up in the '80s, and we used to jump on our bikes and go fuck off with the other kids on the neighborhood and whatever.
Same here, buddy.
But I mean, my mom didn't let me go out of the house unless I told her where I was going, what I was doing, who I was with, and then.
And if you weren't there, you got your ass whipped.
And it was also like, do I have their parents' number? Can I
Yeah.
get a hold of you, et cetera, et cetera.
Same.
Yeah. So this is like just having a phone and going, oh, I'll know where he is.
Yeah.
And I can get a hold of him. No.
Yeah. Not if.
No. So yeah, that's.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So now my fucking days. Now I got to go back to back to storage to put all this fucking shit back up, and I'm not gonna be able to fly today. I'm so fucking mad.
Well, that's coronavirus getting you again. I still haven't got my stimulus check. Blake got his in the mail today.
He got his in the mail. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is.
Blake of all people getting a mail check?
How do you not have
Your
your
bank account, or how do you not?
How do you not have your bank account filed in?
Does he not do his own taxes?
I don't know.
Does mommy and daddy still do his taxes? Love Blake.
Maybe that's it. I mean, I would make sure that if I'm getting refunds, if I'm not paying the IRS, if I'm getting refunds, I'm definitely making sure they have my bank account so it doesn't take an extra.
You need a drop of my blood? Here it is. Let's do this. Free money? Yeah, we're set up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I saw that in the thread, and I'm just like, he can't possibly have got him. No, that was something else. Had to be something else.
No, there's only.
I thought I was going to end up getting a check because, I didn't do my 2018 taxes, and I was like, maybe I made it too late, and then just boop, popped up. In my
You just did your 19, right?
Yeah. And I did that like.
Yeah, that's what I did, but I did it like a week and a half after you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like hoping. But you've had yours like 2 weeks now, right?
Yeah.
Or a week.
A week and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a little antsy. I didn't even get my refund that I was supposed to get. My tiny little refund. And their website's useless, but.
To be fair, your online bank is sort of useless.
No, but there would just be a hold on it. It wouldn't.
Oh, do you
and I'm
see
checking,
the hold?
I don't know. I'm checking. Well, yeah. But I'm checking with the IRS directly, not my bank.
Yeah.
I'm looking, and they're saying, "Oh, we have no information." It's still being for the refund. It's like we're still in the process of whatever, and for the relief, they're just the answer is we have no answer. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little crazy. So, what else you got?
I mean, because I listen to sports radio all day, unless we want to delve into some shit like that, and I know you don't really like doing the sports speculation gimmick, so.
Well, I think people just
Yeah, they get tired of that shit, and there's other avenues with way better and more qualified people than you and me. No, it's, I was looking forward to this weekend. So my wife's birthday weekend, Markham Park was opening up again. It's like, okay, life can kind of get back to normal.
Is her birthday tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow.
I didn't want to forget to do the obligatory yet. Nothing could be more bare minimum than a Facebook happy birthday. Not even she may even not get it personalized.
She almost took today off, but if she took today off, she wouldn't. There was because she's still working from home, and she was given all kinds of crazy incentives to do overtime. Like you get like an extra $300-400 if you do such amount of overtime. This was the last week of like $1.50 added to every her hourly salary or hourly rate. I mean, all kinds of different monetary incentives for her not to take today off. She wanted the full weekend off. I told her, I was like, look, when this all goes through, once life's back to normal, we'll take a nice long vacation. Because we've been saving money because there's nothing the fuck else to do.
Yeah, what's the point of having the day off anyways?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you going to do with it?
Exactly. Like, why not take a day off?
Play more Animal Crossing?
Don't.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Don't tempt her. Oh, my goodness. All right.
I refuse to even find out what an Animal Crossing is, other than I assume it's a video game.
It is a video game.
That people play. I'm just gonna say people. I'm not gonna say retarded people.
Mm-hmm.
But Apparently, your wife is very much into it and is forcing you to play.
Yes, she has forced me. She has forced me into Animal Crossing.
This is
servitude.
verging into Zach territory, where your wife is making you do something that's
probably, man. Listen,
that you don't want to do.
She bought this game. She bought this game, and she was so excited about it. And I don't know shit about Animal Crossing. Listen, I played.
You do now?
I played a handful. Listen, all I know how to do in this fucking game is fish and catch things with a net. That is, and move her shit around the island that she has to piss her off. I just like create work for her, because I'm on like a joint account with her, so I can also like the island that you each get an island that you can like terraform and create any way that you want, and every character, and we basically I could do everything she can. So like I go around the island, like pick up trees and just move them across the other side of the island. She has this big Godzilla statue that she's so happy she got. And I just move it to the most absurd points around the island every time I play and that kind of shit. And I fish and I catch things with the nets. There you go. And I sell things that I catch in nets and fish to people for money.
And does she watch you while you're playing it?
Sometimes it's not right. It's weird. I don't understand. She's so excited that I played this game. She's like.
I'm trying to understand why she's making you play it.
She thinks it's like a.
You're not on playing it at the same time.
It's like a couples thing. It's like a
How is it
marital. She says words, man. I think she's just very excited. I think she's just very excited to see me play a video game. That she's like, she'll literally. I'll come in, take a shower, I'll sit down, and then I'm not like I'm paying attention on the phone or something, and an arm just comes out into view and places the Nintendo Switch on my lap, and the arm slowly moves away, and I'm like, all right, I'll put an hour in. So I log in for an hour, I fish for an hour, then I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like I don't know what else to do. Like apparently there's so much more you can do with this game. I'm not the person to ask because A, I don't care, and B, I'm literally only doing this for my wife. I would not play this game in any circumstances. I don't know anything about the game. I mean, as time goes by, you know, it's like with anything, you accidentally stumble upon things, but it's not like, oh, Marco, oh my God, plays Animal Crossing. Oh, yes, but no, you know, it makes her happy. So I play an hour or two. I didn't play last night, bro. When I got home last night, I was done. Talk about sleep, bro. I slept. Because I have been waking up early every day for like 2 weeks, and I told myself this weekend, I'm like, originally we weren't podcasting until almost like fucking 12:31, but I woke up early today because I fucking went to sleep at like 9 o'clock. Like I slept all the way through.
Can I go back to the video games for a second?
Sure.
I don't play them ever because, I mean, when I did, 20 years ago, they're just too addicting. You're like, all of a sudden you realize you've been playing it 14 hours.
And the older you are, you don't want that kind of commitment in your life.
Right. But my roommate started playing something. I can't remember what it is. But dude, like thank God he like finished the quote unquote finished the game, whatever it was, within like 2 or 3 days. Because like all of a sudden he's just like from the time I get home at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, until like I don't know, until he decides to get dinner at 9 o'clock or something. He's just playing this fucking game. And I'm like, I'm just glad I'm able to watch TV again for a few hours here and there. I was like, I like looked over. I'm like, what? Are you done? Did you finish it? Did you win? He goes, yeah. I'm like secret, like thank God.
Did you win the game?
Because it's not even like it doesn't even sound interesting. It's just like God, I forget what it was called. It's like some kind of like adventure game with a guy and jungles and rock climbing and.
Not helping me out at all, buddy.
I don't know. The name's it's a popular game. I don't know what it was, but fuck it. I don't care. Yeah.
I don't know. My one of my friends plays that Borderland game. He's all big into that. I watched him like play that, and I'm just watching. I'm like, these are where video games have come to. 'Cause the last game I played was like fucking Fallout 3. Okay, I'm talking like was it almost 10 years?
This one he was playing it. It's like. There was so much dialogue in it all the time. Yeah, it sounded like he was watching a fucking movie at first.
That's what they've
I
got.
popped my head out to see what it was, and it was fucking video game.
It's very all the big games are really cinematic now. cutscenes and everything.
Fucking stupid.
In fact, like there's a thing.
I don't get it. I
Like,
don't get it.
You can go on YouTube and they'll just put the cutscenes together in like mini movies on YouTube. Like, oh, this is the movie for like I'll just use the last Transformers game. This is the movie for the last Transformers game. It's like a little hour and a half long, all the cutscenes put together, and they kind of flow together. But it's not just that game in particular. It's all games now.
I feel like I'm losing IQ points just hearing about that.
That's what the medians come to, man.
Like, I don't understand people watching people play video games. Definitely don't understand people paying to watch people play video games.
Are you saying esports isn't real sports, buddy?
I mean, it's a competition. You want to get into this?
But it's not an athletic competition.
It's definitely a competition.
I'll give you that all day long. It's not an athletic competition.
Sport. Sports kind of involved. Like chess isn't a sport.
No.
It's chess. It's something like that. It's
Golf is barely a sport. Buddy.
barely a sport.
Barely.
But it involves walking.
Mm-hmm.
So
and you need to be in a reasonable amount of shape to continue to hit things at the consistent level where you're not like hole 18. You're just so
they
tired.
can't all be John Daly's.
They all can't all be John. Man, that guy is a
Basically.
fucking national treasure.
Basically just golfing with a cigarette hanging out his mouth the whole time.
he is one.
A 12-pack in his bag.
He's one step of evolution removed from taking a bite out of like some fucking freshly ripped off like lamb leg.
You're wondering why he's got 3 less clubs than everyone else. It's because he needed to fit cans of beer in his.
His cholesterol rating is yes.
Yes.
Yeah. He's about as much a fucking athlete as you get there, buddy.
Yeah, but video
like
games.
Michael Phelps of golfing, there, sir.
Video games are not a sport,
No.
even if you're playing a game about a sport.
Nope.
So
Nope. Not an athletic competition.
I understand there's a lot of money in it, but
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that don't have any skill whatsoever, and that live vicariously through other people, and that's what like this generation is proving, is that so many people out there just they either won't try, or they just have no confidence in doing anything or even attempting to like make their own mark, so they're just going to live vicariously through some fucking Redditor or some YouTuber.
is it living vicariously?
Influencer or
How vicarious
some
of
people
a
are.
life is that, watching someone play a video game?
Bro, it's bad, man. It's bad. Like, okay, so like 2-3 years ago, we went. Okay, so the wife, when I met the wife, she would watch this show, YouTube show called Game Grumps. They watch and play games. I got into it because of all the shit they talked while they were. I didn't even care about the gameplay or nothing, but like the shit they talked, I was like, oh, this is fucking funny. Like, this is good background shit as you're working on something. It's like what podcasts are now for me, where I have them on the background. It's what it used to be. So we went to one of their. They had a Q&A. At the Broward Center of the Performing Arts. They packed the place.
How much was the ticket to that?
Like $20-something bucks. Yeah. And they tore.
How many seats is in that place?
The couple thousand.
Like 2,000,
Yeah.
2,500 or more?
And
3,000?
Yeah, about that. And they packed places like that.
At $20 a ticket. That's
all over the
60
country.
$60,000 before you're selling merch.
And their merch flies off the shelves. And they also have a band that tours. And we went to one of their performances. That place. I've gone to rock concerts that were fucking less packed. I mean, this place was fucking. But all the people are the people. They're the internet, Ben. They are the internet. You look at some of these people and you're like, my God, this is the first time you've
That
been
must
outside.
be a
And like,
fucking strange slice of life.
woo! Like, you're sitting there as a full-grown adult, and you're sitting next to somebody who will never be an
Dude.
adult.
I've got an idea.
Oh, no. Oh, no, the wheels are turning.
Next time there's one of these, we should buy tickets.
You want to interview people?
I want to interview people. I want to ask them like basic
Basic life questions, yeah.
and see what kind of answers we get.
Mm.
See how they are even function. If they let's check out their autism levels. Let's see what the eye contact.
I'll tell you
like.
what. You're already in. I'm going to make you in just a little bit more. We went to the concert. Sitting next to us was a 50-year-old woman. I asked, "What are you doing here?" Because I just was interested. I was curious. I see all these different like walks of internet life. I'm like, but she seemed like a normal person. What do you hear? Like, oh, my 22-year-old son is on a date with his 19-year-old internet girlfriend. It's the first time they've met, and he wanted to bring me along to make sure everything was okay. So I'm just along the date with them. Oh my god! If only we were on video right now, looking at your face. I know I've never told you this before.
This requires immense dissection.
But this is. But
Hold on. He's 20,
He was like 20, 22, 23, something.
and
like
she's
that.
like also over the age of 18.
Yeah,
And they're long distance meeting each other.
for the first time,
And the guy,
brought his mother.
because he's worried if she's going to check out.
Yeah.
Like, what is he worried about? That he's got catfish and he's going to get
I will tell you this right now.
abducted?
I will not even. I'm not even gonna fucking just sugarcoat this because I don't know this individual in person, bro. He legitimately looked like the dictionary definition of like a soft boy is, like just
Soy boy, soft,
whatever,
Nerf,
just a fucking
like nerfed helmet,
like if
bubble wrapped room.
like I feel
every sharp corner of everything he owns has been filed down.
like I really feel like if I looked at him with a stern enough face and go, show your butthole, he'll just turn over and just show it and like shiver in fear like one of those little dogs.
This
you
is
know.
This is now let's let's dissect that sentence. You got butthole on the brain.
Well, because but I'm just it's an example.
You got no. Don't read this. You got butthole on the brain. Of all the things you could have made that guy do, you made him show in this hypothetical.
In a hypothetical,
You didn't actually make him show.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. That story came a little easy.
Yeah.
Of all the things you could have yelled for this guy to do in this hypothetical, it was show me your butthole.
It's because we've been talking about buttholes, Ben.
Yeah, but we can't just pass over these things. These are important notes.
But the point I'm trying to make is you had 1,000 other people who had a very similar story to him or her, where they're just societal rejects.
I cannot wrap my head around a 20-year-old wanting his mom to it wasn't chaperone as much as, or was he want her to meet his mom?
I think it was something more of a chaperone
blind
kind
date.
of way, blind date. But dude, you could look at the guy.
But was she separate from them, or were they the next 2 seats over?
They were the next 2 seats over.
He brought his mom
Yes.
to the first date
Yes.
with a girl, and they're both grown-ass adults. She's not 14 and she's 15.
No. And that's
Dude.
just one example of 1,000 or 2,000 other people. And then there's
Why aren't we all over this?
well, right now is a bad time because there's none of that. But when
I know.
when they start touring again, we'll stay in the loop. And
No, because I'm not going to follow these things. I don't care. But if you or your wife, who's into this, would just give us a heads up.
yeah.
Listen, she may get angry if just you and I go. We'll have to bring her along, but
We'll
she's got to
We'll buy a
understand.
4th ticket. She can go with one of her friends. So if we start to
No,
embarrass her too
that's-
much, she can just
Yeah,
she
I
can just
don't.
go where
I don't want to feel like I'm on. Some,
If we get walked out, if we get asked to leave, she doesn't need to be a part of that.
yeah, I just don't want her or a friend to think like this is somehow in some way accidentally like a double date, blind date thing with me, because I'm not.
Oh my God, Ben.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Your wife's a very nice person. I've met a lot of her friends. I'm sure some of them are very nice.
Well, I think we understand.
They're all not my
Not your
cup of
type.
tea.
Yeah, not your type.
They're not my cup of tea.
No,
So
it's okay.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But I have a feeling that we will push a few buttons and.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Triggering will be done.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, man! There won't be enough safe spaces. There won't be enough. But yeah, there's 1,000 examples of that, and I can't wait for you to one day see that.
I
But
can't.
yeah. I even forgot what the original fucking point of the story was. I'm fucking 3 hits in here, so. But yeah, there's a bunch of soft people. But seeing the internet in person, because that's what it felt like. It felt like standing in the internet. Like,
Well, because you're thinking like you
none
want
of these
you really.
people go outside unless it's to see their heroes, and that's it.
It's like going online and like seeing a comment thread
Mm-hmm.
on something.
It's
and,
a fucking living
and
comment
going
thread.
and going. I can't even imagine what this person is like in real life.
Yeah, like I could feel like if I walked up to some of those people and be like, "Hey, that comment you left on my shit the other day, I didn't like it," and they would immediately just fall right to the ground in tears.
Right.
Like just no spine, no bones of any like discernation, just like living blobs.
What was that?
Fucking,
What was that word?
I don't even
Di-
fucking
dis-
discernation or it's probably a much better word. discernible bone structure of any kind.
Okay,
Is that better?
there you go,
Okay,
there you
all
go.
right, I'll say.
I just didn't know what you meant.
Neither did I. It's funny about that. We're both on the same page, Ben.
Okay. I feel like I'm high too, but I didn't smoke.
You got that butthole high.
Maybe I am a little lightheaded
You
from
are, man.
all the shitting this morning.
You probably need to drink some water.
I'm drinking an energy drink. I should hydrate.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. So, yeah, gonna have the weekend with the wife, and then back to work on Monday, and we start this whole fucking bullshit cycle again.
Yeah.
You got anything else, man?
Nope, I'm done.
Yeah, that was ready for the fifth shit yet?
No, I think that's went away.
Oh,
all this
okay.
all this butthole talk is
Clinched yours?
it's closed shop.
All right.
I
Speaking
think-
of closing shop, we'll do this next week.
Yeah. All right. I'll.
Bum, 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 bum.